as we get into match 3 of the day. It's Envy going up against Secret. With the commentary is Wade, Punk, and Lawler. Take it away, guys.
Thanks so much, Axel Toss. The defending world champions going up against the new guns, Team Secret. First time we're seeing this name on the RLCS broadcast. Great to see Team Secret getting involved here. And they have picked up the new roster, Tylacto, Flame, and Continuum. We saw Continuum in this Aeriality, formerly known as Aeriality roster, back in Season 1, but they're finally back here to see if they can finally make a difference.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different story, obviously, and you saw Shogun say it. It's a difficult uphill battle for this team. They're playing, probably in my opinion, the top 3 teams right off the back in Europe. You're having to go against 2 teams in your first week where you prove that you can compete. Gibbs mentioned it. 2 overtimes in that game against Method. That's not a feat that's easily taken. You saw it at the beginning of this day. Method and Flipside battled it out. So for them to say that, you know what, the games were close, we were able to keep it, we did get a win eventually, is a good start for them. But they're still having to climb that hill against a team that is the previous world champions. So.
Yep.
Gotta prove it, man. Gotta prove it.
And Envious's stats a bit skewed here in the fact that they've only had 1 series. So while their stats are low, they've only played 3 games so far. So we'll see how they look after getting a few more under their belt here. We got Team Envy in the blue, Team Secret in the orange. Battle of the teams here as we get set to go on DFH. Envy here on offense right now. Devo with an opportunity to double tap. Drops this one under. Can they sneak it under the crossbar? No, he got it just to the crossbar, but not able to get it in the net there. Defensive Team Secret will hold on for now. Remco, the back pass to Devo. Shot towards the net. Flame to play it away. And Continuum to carry it on across the midfield line. Now we'll see Team Secret on offense. Devo up on the wall. 50-50 with Tylacto, goes to the middle, Continuum takes the shot over the top of Greasy. The great pass play to give Team Secret a lead here in Game 1.
All starts with this clear, not making it out. Devo making it real easy for Tylacto to read up on that wall. He just sits patiently and plays it back into the middle. Only 45 seconds roughly passing.
We'll be able, Team Secret, to get the lead now on the defending world champs. Greasy to move this one down the pitch. Looking for that tying goal. Remco play it back into the middle. Greasy will get the back pass here. Remco and Devo both needing to play some defense here. Looked like they were both going to maybe go up for it, but Remco stayed grounded. Now Greasy down the field, past Flame as well, dropping it in enemy territory. 2 defenders back for Team Secret. Tylacto plays it away to the corner. Greasy and Devo both in the corner, both missing. Now Tylacto needing to play this one away. Oh, it dropped straight in front of his box, but Continuum able to get it out to midfield. Tylacto will leave it for Flame. Remco now into the corner, into the box, right in front, and it will be Devo to finish it off. A few defenders around, but nothing that Team Envy couldn't handle, and they'll tie up the game.
A little bit more characteristic from Envy here, just that midfield defense coming into play, eventually just breaking down this team of Team Secret. Able to tie it back up, 1.5 minutes into game number 1.
It looked like Remco got a bit of a bump on Continuum, but I'm not sure if it really made much of a difference. The shot placement from Devo was dead center to Continuum's momentum going across the goal. He's going to have a hard time blocking that shot, and we've got a tie game here. 3:18 left to go. Greasy will play it high on the wall. Devo adds a bit of pace to it to move it all the way onto the backboard.
A lot of pace to it.
Flame will add his touch to move it back into the blue. Now Remco downfield. Devo looking for a goalie. Flame not to be disturbed by Devo's motion. Will be able to get the save and move it out. Now Tylacto looking for Continuum. Remco into the corner. Devo lurking in the back. Or back behind Remco, rather. He'll just keep some space above Flame. Not wanting to move in, but not wanting to give a free shot. Continuum will take a shot here, and Remco will block it. Pinch from Flame and Greasy all the way across the pitch, rolling up high. Continuum's the first one to the ball.
Doing a much better job of getting these individual touches. Just seems to be that third man in rotation just a little bit behind transitions downfield, but they are keeping it close.
Greasy trying to fly to buy some time for his teammate as he was the last man back. The flight itself buying enough time as it kept Team Secret grounded, but he didn't make very meaningful contact. Needless to say, his team has to be able to rotate out on to the offense here. This one dropping past Flame. Continuum just rolling this one straight down the pitch. Devo will loft it. Put it back into the corner here. And Flame to move it all the way back down. Back and forth, bit of ping pong here. After 2 early goals, the teams have settled down a bit. Greasy will get the run all the way. No defender in the back. Tylacta was just caught out in the middle of the field, and Greasy, seizing the opportunity, will score and get the lead for Envy.
Yeah, one of the players on offense for Team Secret went for the goalie, and the other one got beat out by a play inside. Because of that, Tylacta, like you stated, in the middle of nowhere, just caught in this limbo state. A good heads-up play from Envy is recognizing that they're able to put that shot on net with no repercussions.
Remco now at the midfield. Tylacta puts it in the middle. Flame take a shot down towards the goal. It's wide, and Greasy will deflect it to the corner. Devo to play a pass continuum off of the ceiling as well. Bumps Tylacta. Team Envy now with some offensive opportunities. Remco to try and take a shot, but Flame able to get in the way, and Continuum now back down. The transition from Team Secret. Only down by 1 with 1:15 left to go. Tylacta to drop it down. Greasy plays it away. Touch from Continuum goes back in the middle. Remco's airborne. Tylacta's there first, though, and sends it to the side. Devo back around. Both teams using a lot of corner plays right now, which the defenses on both sides are doing a decent job just moving out of the box, trying to transition it out, but not a lot of super aggressive plays. The best goal we've seen so far was that first one from Team Secret with a pass off the wall. Everything else has been mostly capitalizations on sloppy rotations and mistakes here. You can see Greasy and Remco moving back down, and Devo's able to be there. Remco misses the deflection. Greasy now airborne, puts it back in the corner. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Remco and company can just run this one down. They can hold on to the defense. They'll take game number 1. Flame here in the corner. Team Secret just needing the 1 goal. They can play in a 0-second time if they just keep the ball off the ground after the clock expires. Tylacta over in the direction of Flame, but a solid touch from Remco moves it all the way down. Flame's going to need to pick up this boost and make some magic happen in this corner. He misses the touch. Continuum plays it back out towards him, and he's able to loft it into the middle. Tylacta up, will be able to keep it going down to the side. But Greasy's going to try and pinch it back into the middle, and Devo's there to send it towards the net. Actually will go in and score the buzzer beater. On the other end of the things, Envy taking game 1.
Well played as well as clock management towards the end. The last couple of minutes, actually, spending a lot of boosts from both sides of the team. These high lofted passes from both sides of the field make it very difficult for anybody to really get their footing. Just kind of bouncing it back and forth until someone can connect to a teammate. Envy, one of the better ones, playing in the air, able to take it off on top. Total 10 shots on net.
10 shots there. A lot of offensive pressure there from Envy. It felt like it was going back and forth a decent amount of the game, but the few sieges that we saw Envy really putting up, they were able to rack up the shots. I personally felt like this game could have been tighter on both sides of the ball. It felt like both teams were making some uncharacteristic whiffs, some uncharacteristic mistakes that both teams were able to use to transition, but not necessarily score. We were seeing them make, they would make use of the mistake to transition onto offense, but then they would make their own mistakes on offense. They wouldn't end up scoring. A few of the goals from Envy definitely happened on mistakes, but both teams with some room for improvement here.
Yeah, definitely wasn't the cleanest, but that's the benefit. Usually, in most circumstances, statistically speaking, the team that wins the first game usually has a huge advantage coming through in the end when they tied up, in the sense of just momentum-based and everything else. As the play itself developed, it was pretty lackluster. It was slow in the sense of the positioning and everything else. There was just room. It felt like the feelers were truly out in game number 1, where it's just like, clear it down, we'll chase it and do something afterwards. And it worked out.
Just watch the rotations of your opponents here. Both teams going to be trying to tighten things up a bit as we move into game 2, and Team Secret in particular going to be looking to get the win here, seeing if they can tie up the series. Do not want to go down 2 games to Envy. It would be hard-pressed to get 3 straight against a team of this caliber. Neutral kickoff, Tylacta plays it into blue territory, and the passes from Envy will move it out on the far side of the field. Greasy misses his first touch, but is able to play it in the middle. Remco moves around, and the 50-50 goes in his favor into the box. Flame to Tylacta. First touch from Flame, good. Tylacta, though, with the miss, and then the win on the wall. Continuum in to try and finish it off. It just goes in off of the touch. I believe it might have been Greasy that was the last one to touch this one on the wall.
Yeah, Remco came up and Tylacta won that 50-50. It perfectly pinched back out into the middle. And Greasy, you're right, he does get that hit. Continuum, though, still applying that pressure. He forces him to make that touch as a last-ditch effort. So still good pressure and good spacing by Team Secret.
I love that Tylacta missed the first touch from Flame, but then came off the wall to get a really favorable 50-50, make the best of his positioning, even though his original intent to be there didn't happen. The reason he was up in the first place, he kind of went and whiffed, but now with the lead, Team Secret scoring first in both games 1 and 2. See if they can hold on to the lead this time. 4:09 left to go. Team will play it over the top of Flame. Remco up, shot towards the net is high, and Tylacto will touch it again to block the rebound.
3 consecutive touches by his Team Secret to get it out of their own side. Well
They
done.
score this one. Greasy will put this one in off of the demolition from Devo. He opens up the goal, and then just a cleanup off the backboard. It's a tie game.
Team Secret, they had 3 consecutive touches to clear it out, but they exerted a lot of boost and pressure to do so, put them out of position. They were on their way rotating back, but all it takes is one. That demo coming in huge. He was put a shot on net for Envious, all tied up.
And it wasn't he was the only player in between all 3 Envious players in the goal. And those 3 touches you talked about, they got the consecutive touches to move the ball out, but they really just sent the ball laterally across the field, not actually moving it out of their own half. Devo with the double tap, trying to put it through, but blocked away by Tylacto. And now Continuum trying to clear it away. Tylacto has to make another save in net on the strong 150-50 by Envy. Now Flame move this one down over the top of one. Can they finish this? Remco in the corner plays it to the side, and Devo gets the demolition on the 1 rotation from Team Secret. Continuum in, open net, finds the goal, puts it through, and Team Secret has the lead.
Open net, exactly like you stated. Flame gets a touch here, but Devo, that pass, trying to play it out to the corner. Tylacto does a good job of reading that and coming in quickly. Zero hesitation to play that back into the middle. The Secret team doing a good job pressuring. They're not afraid to challenge this Envious defense.
Yeah, and Envy unable to answer with proper clears there. Gives a victory. What is this? No, okay, Remco will get back in time. That would have been a second very unlucky pitch. Greasy plays this one down. Off the backboard, uncontested, but Flame with a nice touch over the top of Greasy. Team on the wall, Continuum now airborne, downfield. Bounce off the ceiling and towards the net. Tylacto tries to zone again. This time it's not going to work. Devo gets a block. But pressure coming through again for Team Secret. Now Devo to try and play this one out alongside Remco. Pops it up. Remco with the follow. Tylacto will send it to the corner. Another demolition onto Flame. Back in net. Continuum's not there. Unable to get up in time. These demolitions from Envy right now, keeping them in this game.
Yeah, really difficult as well as Secret on their way back. All 3 players rotating back on defense. And a lot of it started with Tylacto. He had the opportunity to actually cut inside. Even though he didn't have any boost, he could have prioritized challenging the ball just to give his teammates that little bit extra time. And it may have relieved some of the pressure. Envious again. Demo's paying off for them. Tied up again halfway through this match.
Tied up right now, but it has been Team Secret setting the pace of the match. As Envy, as you saw by the predictions on the desk, the clear favorites here. Team Secret with a lot to prove in this match. By setting the pace, by being the ones to get out into the lead. So far, Team Envy has not had the lead in Game 2. Team Secret has gotten it twice. They will continue to try. A nice drop. Tylacto puts it onto the backboard again. A bit of a confused defense, and Flames able to finish it off. This team play from Team Secret gives them a lead once more.
Still a little sloppy. That shot from Tylacto should have been in, but still good follow-up from his 3rd man on that team. Flame able to come in from behind and put it down. Just finishing it off. Everybody being involved, which is good. That builds confidence for the team, but still, they could finish that a bit sooner.
Tylacto definitely had the option to shoot there, but the fact that he had the option to shoot or to put it on the backboard did the job it needed to do, causing confusion on the defense, causing them to hesitate, and Flame in with the finish will give the lead back to Team Secret. 1:43 left to go. They're dropping game number 1. Let's see if they can bounce back here in game 2. Greasy with the dribble across the top. Oh, it's right there in front of the net.
Open.
Devo sends it through. And it's been the solo plays and the demolitions here. It's always taken 2 players to get it past the defense, but every goal's been open for Envy.
Good individual play by Greasy. We talk about making something happen. For him to draw both defenders on that team, that's just a mistake from Secret. They should have only sent one for that situation. I get it. Greasy's got the ball on his nose like a seal. It's scary, but you have to do something about that in trusting your teammates.
Yeah, it's. I feel like that is the veteran, the lack of a veteran plays. The rookies here, Tylacto and Flame, making the double commitment in goal, sort of thing that comes with Veteran playing a great touch there by Tylacto to get it past some defenders, but good rotations from MVs to fall back, not have an open backfield. And they have tied up this game once more, 1 minute left here in game 2. And just when it looks like Team Secret might be able to sneak away with the win, MV comes back. Team Secret's gonna have to do it one more time if they want to win here in game 2. The good opportunity, Flame to drop it down over the top of Devo. He won't be able to get a solid clear, but there was no immediate finish. Now Continuum and Tylacto kind of in each other's way. Not gonna be able to use that opportunity. And now Team MV has the ball in the orange. Flame will put it back down to the corner. As we approach the 30-second mark, Team MV slowly starting to gain a bit more control. Team Secret trying to keep this ball in the blue, give themselves more opportunities. They'd really, really like to be able to get this win here. Being down 2 games to MV. It's quite the daunting task, and that is an unideal clear. Tylacto with the save to block it away. Devo onto the wall. And he'll pinch back out to midfield. Tylacto's there, but he doesn't make contact, but he's able to get it past Greasy. Continuum now with Tylacto in support. Remco takes it away from both of them. It's just Flame in the back. Remco and Devo hesitate for a moment, but it still might be deadly. Greasy puts it in, and Envy has the lead.
Look at this boost control from Remco. Just the ability to completely rotate his car and boost against the way he's going to slow down, just to make sure that recovery is perfect. Then the most subtle of touches to set it up for Greasy. The 1-2 play, all Remco, and the reason why he's probably my best player in the world by far. He's so malleable as a player.
Oh, is this? No, okay, it will not go all the way. And Envy sneaks away. Their first lead in game 2 comes with 3 seconds left on an explosive play from Remco and Greasy. That was the first goal they scored with a defender in the net, as all the other goals happened with one player destroying the defense in some way, and then the last player putting it in. Envy showing up in big fashion here. Their newest pickup, Greasy, doing a lot of work for them here, but Greasy and Remco go way back.
Old friend, previous foe, now teammate.
I mean, they used to be back in the We Dem Girls days, Remco and Greasy.
They've got history.
Alongside Maestro, one of the most deadly rosters. They were the first roster to make waves with no veterans on the team, no veterans of the
BC, the original,
the prequel. They were the first players to have just picked up Rocket League and to be starting to take it to the old veterans. So showing up here again, both of them world champions of their respective seasons here, and now they are 1 game away from beating Team Secret on their org debut in RLCS.
It's crazy to see how much like Rocket League as a whole has gone through these questions of like, okay, is the gap between veterans and like pro and like these newcomers of only Rocket League changed? And now it's like, is the gap between NA and EU? And it's like,
sure,
just let them play. They're good.
I mean, it went from like being a veteran went from being a strength, like a characteristic of this is a strong player, to being just kind of a fun fact, you know?
Which is fantastic for Rocket League.
Yeah, it's really cool, but it's great that we can have the players that didn't have the previous experience in Start BC really making waves here.
All of them rocking that World Championship tag too.
Yeah, I'd be surprised to know, I actually don't know off the top of my head if any of the Team Secret guys are vets of the prequel. Oh, but Flame unable to find this one. The explosive attack again. Greasy Meister's the one doing it, and Team Envy has the lead in game 3.
Me and Shogun talked about this last match. The ability to make a stop as you're rotating back to your net with an aerial, very difficult to do because your momentum's bringing you with it. So that ball has to be hit with the perfect side of your car so it plays away from the net. It's okay if it hits that back wall, you just need to make sure it doesn't settle in front of your own.
It takes a special type of mentality, too, to be able to have your car facing backwards and to keep all of your controls and wits about you. The bit of confusion here on both sides. Continuum does make the save, despite the heavy zone there from Devo. And demolitions galore here in game 3. They're dropping games 1 and 2. Team Secret with their backs against the wall. They will have to win 3, 4, and 5 without fail to get a victory over Team Envy and get their first win in RLCS Season 4. Another demolition. It's been maybe 4 or 5 demolitions in the first minute here. That breakaway just wide of the goal. Envy putting on the hurt right now. But Team Secret coming back with plenty of demolitions of their own.
Demos have been crucial though. You saw Secret available for that siege with a demo that he broke out of. If it would have touched Greasy with a shot.
Flame with the save of his life. He just falls on that one. Oh, but Devo off of the corner read. Envy's gonna get the 2-goal lead here.
I thought we were gonna get a little bit of a break after that shot almost went in with Flame, but Devo, that soft touch off the hood of his car, just feathering it into the back of the net. This team's so dangerous from Envy.
what a different game we have in Game 3 right now. Game 2 was back and forth with Team Secret constantly getting out to a lead and then Envy tying, and then they would get the lead back and then Envy would tie it up again, only taking the win at the very end. But right now, it's been all the Envy show on offense. So much pressure. Greasy caught in the midfield there, and Flame and Tylacto are going to move up together, but Greasy's able to zone to the side. Flame with a read on the wall. Look at Flame set this up from the corner. A beautiful play from the rookie.
Yeah, really well played by Flame to read this clear from Remco and plays it back. But the issue with Greasy there is he does not have ball cam on. He is committed to going for that boost. So when he toggles it back just to make sure, it's already too late. He's way past the goal. They're able to put it in. So camera actually being the cause of that one, and a setup from Flame.
And to a certain degree, just trusting of your teammates, trusting them to make the right touches. When you get beat out by a player there, it leaves you wide open. Remco and Devo in the midfield here. Play this one around. Team Secret has made it the 1-goal game again. Tylacto puts it into the box, but it's Light, Greasy, and Devo moving out as a unit here. Continuum will pitch it across to Tylacto. He'll look for Continuum again in the midfield. With a soft, slow pass. Gets caught up by Envy. 2:55 left on the clock here. The 1-goal lead. Envy going to try and make it 2 again. Devo in. Nobody in a great position in net. Devo will have all the time in the world. Continuum had to challenge that. Somebody from Team Secret needed to be there as Envy makes it a 2-goal game again.
Beautiful initial touch as well by Remco to play that up over the top. He actually gets caught on the ceiling. It looked like he wanted to go for another one, but didn't have the boost to do it. Still, Devo able to swing in that upside-down aerial, getting a little bit more power using the nose of his car that way. Plus, it prevents any dunks happening if he does get contested.
And even the passive aerial from Devo, in time there for Team Secret to try and block it, go unanswered. It was just Continuum in the back.
Trying to utilize everything he can.
Remco, the soft pass to Devo, will move it past the first defender. Tylacto on the back will play it far out. And Greasy will pick it up. Also picks up the midfield boost. He can dribble this all he wants. He's got a ceiling reset if he wants it, but he kind of loses ball control. And Remco actually, with the help from Flame, he gets a bit of a boost and he'll be able to take it all the way. Flame did not mean to give him this support here as Remco's going to do it to him.
Oh, it just completely ruins Tylacto. Unfortunately, he's trying to help out, but it pushes it right past. And then just the solo play from Remco. He's been spot on his touches. Soft passes, just very delicate. Even in that, good control coming out from Remco. They didn't have the best of week last week. Their difficult time against Method, but man, are they really starting to heat up.
Well, you said it. Team Secret with just a very front-loaded schedule, and what is definitely the most competitive season of RLCS to date. No team really a strong underdog here. Every team on a good day could take it from any other team, but they are starting against the 3 favorites here from Europe. To be seeing them competing well gives me hope for them for the rest of the season. They'll still possibly make it into the playoffs, but right now, Envy has slowly ramped into control in this game, now up by 3 with 1:30. Devo doing it slowly and by himself. Not squeeze it into the goal. He's got the ball deep in Team Secret territory right now.
I mean, if we want to touch on that, I mean, you're talking about, obviously they have a front-loaded schedule, they got to beat these guys, but these are the ones that are the most crucial because you're talking the next couple of weeks, they're going to be playing teams that are all going to be roughly in that same kind of circumstance where tiebreakers are going to be huge, and if they can manage to sneak one of those wins against these teams, I mean, we talk about it in the NA side, Ghost getting that win over Energy, that plays dividends for them hugely down in the end.
Now the final minute of Game 3. Down by 2 games in the series, needing to win 3 straight. Team Secret has to do it right now. And with every second that expires, down by 3, it's less and less likely they're going to be able to come back against Envy, who had a rough week number 1 as well, getting swept by Method. But here it looks like they will get a sweep of their own. 3 games flat. The first 2 competitive as Team Secret scored first, and then Envy would end up winning by a small margin. But here, the blowout victory. Can they put in a 5th goal? The final 30 seconds. Envy would like to pad their stats, help out everybody that's got them on their fantasy team. Say thanks for the pickup. Won't let you down. With the final 10 seconds expiring, it is Envy with the sweep over Team Secret. A good showing here in week 2. They'll have one more game later on to redeem themselves a bit, but they're really going to have to start finding the wins eventually.
Yeah, we do set quite high expectations from the previous world champs. And after that first week, they did have a tough one, but able to bounce back immediately. You know, they have been putting in the work, just trying out Greasy. Obviously, the new addition in this offseason wasn't official until roughly the last couple of weeks, but they did find some cohesion with him. They kind of made this decision pretty early on, like, you know what? We need someone that's going to commit to playing, and it's showing here, man. Greasy's making a good addition.
Yeah, Greasy there, getting right up in the mix of everything. A goal for himself, 5 shots, so much aggression there, and doing a lot of setup work in games 1 and 2. So Greasy's great to see that he's fitting in very well with Envious right now. They're going to have their hands full as they move forward with their schedule as well, because they've got a lot of big dogs still to face off against. But again, as we said in the middle of the match, Season 4 is by far the most competitive season we've had to date, and it's just there is no easy game. I was talking to Garrett G earlier this week about, you know, like schedules and stuff, and he's like, there's no such thing as an easy week anymore.
No,
Everybody is tight.
we feel it all as casters too. Like, we do our pick'ems on the side and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, who do you predict? I'm like, do I have to? Like, I don't,
really.
Flip a coin. Give me blue. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just pick one for me. It's gonna go either way.
Yeah.
The first game of the day was a prime example. We sat there and it's like, you know, Flipside's been kind of shaky, but it's still Flipside. You know, they have this thing about them.
They went to game 5.
It's how it is. You guys are nuts. We love it.
Absolutely crazy, Rocket League. Got a few more games in store for you today, but for that and more, let's head back to the desk.
Definitely want to echo those thoughts. This level of play again in the European region is top-notch, but Envy getting a comfortable victory there with the sweep over Team Secret. That's got to feel good for them. Remember, they lost in week 1, so they need this to kind of turn around as we move forward in league play. But let's take a look at the Mobile One High Performance replay and watch again as Envy able to get a comfortable victory there over Secret.
Yeah, it looked by the books, I think, for Envy. They had double-digit shots in every single game, and that's what you would expect versus Team Secret. It seems like Team Secret gives up a lot of shots in these games. And Secret's got to find a way to get that defense down a little bit more, narrow down those shots to like 5 or 6 and have a chance to win some of these games. But Envy, they played a little slow to start. It seems like it's a common trend by these teams, but by the end, game 3, it was like there was no chance.
Yeah, for Team Secret, they've got games coming up that they will believe that they can go on to win. I think there's the ones that they're going to have to win at this point. A 0-3 start to this season. If you want to do something charitable after that series, please put ! Give boost in chat. Unfortunately for Team Secret, they just couldn't find anywhere.
And that's what the best teams do. They put on pressure, but the pressure comes from taking both of those corner boosts, so they can't get that good clear. They have no boost. And then, of course, we have solo plays like Devo here. This double tap off the corner was just nutty. And Greasy had a great aerial dribble. Then Remco here with his little dribble around. I think it was Flame. I'm not positive there, but they all had a couple solo plays kind of sprinkled in there. And these best teams, they will get those solo play goals, but they'll have the team goals because of that pressure of just taking those boosts from the corners.
Yeah.
And then, like, what can you do with 0 boost? Like, you have to hope for a 50-50 for a really good clear.
And
any good team will prevent that. You know, they'll put the ball off the backboard, they'll put it with a pass into the middle. Areas that you, with no boost, if you are sitting on that goal line, cannot do anything about. You just jump, hope you can get a block, but even blocks without boost, you're not going to put it anywhere apart from back into somewhere where you are going to have to be defensive. It's very good play by Envy. It's something that they haven't seen much from them recently, but they finally brought back that old style. They've got Flipside later.
Yeah, I was about to mention that in regards to Northern right now, Envy, you know, historically, really playing off that backboard and focusing their play on their opponent's side of the field. If you can keep the ball on your opponent's side of the field, it's probably going to lead to a goal. And we've seen Envy in the past use that with a lot of success. Perhaps they're getting back into that. I want to touch on Greasy really quick, guys. Obviously, a new addition to Envy. Rosters changing everywhere. This is that one big change here for Envy. Greasy coming in and helping him out. Can you talk to me about the dynamic that you're seeing with Greasy on this Envy team and how you feel about that dynamic as we move forward?
So Greasy should be very comfortable. He's played with Remco before, and I feel like they haven't had to change play styles too much. I feel like Greasy can fit in where Maestro was. And his goal participation is still doing extremely well. He was 7 for 11 for the series. He was 100% last week, so he's getting involved. So that means he's getting involved in those small passing plays, and that's what you expect. Like we saw a Remco Greasy pass play where they won it with like less than 10 seconds left in game number 2. So that's always great to see that they're still back to that normal, hey, like we used to play in Season 1, just go right back to it.
Yeah, it's a thing right now of it's a relatively new team against a region that has done a very good job of sticking together with much more experienced rosters at this point in time. So Greasy's taking a little bit of time. You know, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to really settle that in and get the rotation down pat. But I feel like it'll work out, especially as we head into the second half of the season. That's when I think we're going to start seeing them pick it up.
Now, Secret, they're done for the day. They're 0-1 in league play again, or excuse me, they're 0-3. So a tough spot for Secret right now, but again, a very formidable schedule. But all these matches are crazy. In regards to Envy, though, coming off of a week 1 where they were swept by Method 0-3, coming into today with a sweep over Secret, so kind of reversing their fortunes a little bit. How do you guys think this plays into the match later, right? Were Envy able to bring some momentum back, perhaps, for their matchup against Flipside later?
It's tough to tell because we always talk, there is momentum, but then also, like, when a team loses, they get angry and they show up well. So it could go either way with Envy Flipside. I think Envy is the better team than Flipside, so they should get the win. But this 3-0 sweep was huge for them for tiebreaker purposes, too, because it comes down to individual win percentage later on. So being swept in round 1, that really hurts you, but at least they evened it out here in week number 2.
We never put a lot onto this final match when we see Envy take on Flipside. Flipside already 0-1. If Envy loses, they go 1-2. That makes it very difficult for either side that loses this to make those top 2. In fact, we could almost write them off because they've still got so many games left to play. You'd expect them to drop one more heading forward. So that is huge. If either team which loses this has got so much work to do for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and again, 2 of the teams that got those auto spots into this season to begin with, facing a little bit of struggles here in league play so far. But awesome Rocket League regardless. Guys, we have 2 more matches to go here on twitch.tv/Rocket League. Coming up next, Gale Force is returning to the pitch. This time they're playing against Method, who is also returning from game number 1. This should be an epic match. You don't want to miss it. This would be a great time. Get on Twitter, get everywhere, tell everyone to get in here on twitch.tv/Rocket League. We're about to see some more epic Rocket League here as league play for the European region continues. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, again, is Gale Force versus Method. Stay tuned.